Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another midweek reading featuring Triple Talis Tarot. I'm your host, AlunaOdette, here to bring you a very special midweek Valentine's Day reading. So looking forward to the weekend. I know some of us are not, but let's see what the cards have to say. Maybe we can change that. So I'm going to go ahead I'm going to start by shuffling. Look at me. Already fumbling about. But I'm going to go ahead and start by shuffling. And I just want to remind you guys that we are on Twitter as well as Instagram. I myself personally am on Twitter and Instagram, but you can follow our main page, Triple Chalice Tarot. Or if you like to speak to me directly for a private reading, you can reach me at Aluna Tarot on Twitter as well. So let's shuffle a bit here, and my cards feel like they are telling me to stop. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to start with I'm going to do a 5-card spread, and starting with the present position. Okay, let's turn it over. Okay, starting with the present position, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords represents someone who is very stimulated by the intellect energy. This is a woman a feminine energy that is diplomatic, very shrewd. So as far as relationships and romance is concerned, this energy is kind of saying to me that if you're out there, maybe your take on romanticism has become less and less about the romanticism, and you've been more jaded about it, maybe a bit more shrewd about it, because this queen is very calculative, okay? So she's not, now this is a good thing and also a bad thing, because yes, you're not settling for any BS, but you kind of cutting yourself off to really experiencing the magic of romance and the magic of sort of Valentine's Day and love. So the queen, as she's standing in most of her depictions, she's seated and she's reaching out as in a gesture to welcome someone to her court, welcome someone to engage in her company. And she, although very selective, it works out in her favor, because she does keep those who are not meant for her court away from her, and her sword is always by her side. So even when those who approach her, they know that she means no nonsense. She's very serious. And it could be a bit scary. Maybe this energy, if you find yourself having difficulties in the romantic department, maybe this energy is stunting that, because you seem unapproachable, you seem a bit cold and calculative and shrewd. So that is the present position, the energy that I'm picking up on. Now, in the recent past, I'm seeing the Two of Swords. Now, let's talk about swords for a minute. Swords represent the intellect, how we process ideas, how we communicate, choices and decisions. And a lot of times it doesn't deal with the realm of emotion like the cups do. So whatever you're going through is very much you're like on it with point A and point B. There's no feeling behind it. So looking at the Two of Swords, we see the depiction of a person who is caught between two very hard decisions. He doesn't know which one to go with. And instead of being sort of confident and saying, okay, I'm going to choose the left or the right, or even pay attention that this dilemma is before him and he's not making a choice, he chooses to blindfold himself from it. So it's almost like you're really trying to ignore the aspect of love. You're really trying to ignore Valentine's Day. You're really trying to ignore all of these things. And it might be working. I mean, maybe your energy, you find yourself focused on something else. Maybe something else has caught your attention. But there's still a weighing indecisiveness about it. You don't know if you really want to be into it or not into it. Are you really seeking a romantic endeavor, or, to go on a date, to talk to a guy or girl, or not? but you're trying to play blindfolded to it. But see, also what's interesting to note in the depiction is that the person's heart is displayed here. I'm definitely going to put a picture of the spread that I did tonight. I'm going to put it on my Instagram so you can see. It's a very beautiful deck. It's the Shadowscape deck, but we're seeing that his heart, okay, is hanging. It's suspended, and he doesn't know if he really wants to pay attention to it. He's blinding himself from it. So this card is talking about a hard-pressed choice that's being ignored, or a decision that you aren't ready to face quite yet. Now, in the distant past, okay, the card that follows to the left of where we just left off is the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is the total opposite energy of the Queen of Swords, which is where I'm seeing whoever this reading is for. So it seems like there's a man or a girl or a woman, but this energy is of a man. He very much presents that knight in shining armor. He is very romantic and just head over heels. He's very, good with words and has very enchanting words and very sway. When I think of the Knight of Cups, it's just every cute guy or hot guy that you've seen in those romantic movies that are made for girls to swoon over. That's the Knight of Cups. He is one who presents himself very, I don't want to say narcissistic, but he has a tendency to not, at the same time, not really be 100% about what he says he is. So, yes, he's paying you these compliments. Yes, he's sweeping you off your feet, but he's in it just for the enjoyment of it. So maybe this energy in the distant past, maybe dealing with someone like this in the distant past in a previous relationship, has led you to become the Queen of Swords that you are right now. Perhaps someone led you on and allowed you to have your guard down, and then they didn't treat you right in the long run. So now this energy is saying that it's impacted your present position and made you very shrewd and very cold in a sense. But it's so interesting because I was giving a reading to someone and reminding them of this exact same thing. Do not let continuous past experiences or past people that serve their purpose in presenting themselves in your life for a time and now they're gone. Do not let them to continuously have power and control over your happiness, what you feel you deserve, what you want to experience. If you feel like right now you going into this Valentine's Day weekend, you're very pessimistic about it and you're upset about it because of what someone else did to you a while back, use this coming weekend to transform yourself. Focus on your own self-love. Focus on your own self. Buy yourself some chocolate. Buy yourself some flowers. Just pamper yourself. Go to a spa. It doesn't have to rely on another person at the end of the day to remind you of how special you are. You are definitely special, okay? So now we're going to move to the right of the Queen of Swords, and what I'm seeing here is the Three of Pentacles. So the immediate influences right now is the Three of Pentacles. So this card is saying to me that you are focused on work, and that's probably why you don't have time to date or to go out or to meet someone, and maybe that's been weighing on you. Maybe that's what I saw in the Two of Swords. You kind of ask yourself, well, should I put myself out there? Should I start dating? Should I start looking for someone else? Oh, no, well, I'm safe over here. I have my job. I have everything I need over here. And it's saying that the financial department is fulfilling you because in the Three of Pentacles, we see three people coming together and all of their crafts, okay, they have different crafts. One is a craftsman, the other is the architect, he has the blueprint, and the third person is the one with the artistic vision. And what this card is saying is that through collaboration, through coming together for a project, maybe you will discover a romantic endeavor in that. Maybe through your job, or maybe through a group project, or maybe through committing yourself to something that involves active hands-on, an art class even, sculpture, trying something fun, hands-on, will give you a sense of fulfillment and take away that feeling of loneliness that might arise if you don't have a particular date for Valentine's Day, okay? So the Three of Pentacles is, again, reminding you to definitely, be happy if you have something else that's fulfilling you. You don't need the romanticism. If the job or the project or the nonprofit organized, this is definitely seems like something nonprofit too, is fulfilling you in that endeavor, then that's okay. It's definitely the right path. Now, the final card that I'm seeing, okay, is the Star card. And this card talks about a renewal of hope, a renewal of faith, following your guiding star, okay? So this card is saying to me that you're kind of good. So the Valentine's Day thing isn't really even fazing you because you've just found such a sense of self, a sense of self-purpose, a sense of self-definement, and a sense of self-direction, okay? The star is just like every last one of us are different, just as the stars are in the sky. You have your own individualized path, and no one else around you, whether it be romantic, whether it be friends, whether it be family, whether it just be anything, you should not allow that to define you. So, if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day, join the club. You're good, okay? And with that, I'm coming to the close of my reading. I hope this was very, very, very helpful. Remember, take all that I said and apply it, but it already seems like you're good, like you're not even sweating this, and that's a good thing. So with that, I bid you all good night. Again, you can find me, Aluna Tarot, on Twitter as well as Instagram, and you can follow. If you want to check out some more of our shows, we have archived shows that we've already done. You can view them on the TCT page, and give us a like, give us a follow, and have a good night.